We all POWs on our own fucking land. Well, get my shit to the motherfucking house. Wake up, nigga. Wake the fuck up for real. Well, not that diet woke shit. Don't be diet woke. That shit not gonna serve you no purpose. Get in your emotions and run out to the slaughterhouse. This ain't got nothing to do with that. You got to think past the emotion. If your emotion is in context, that means you feel the way you supposed to feel. That means that they're going to run you. That means you got to think past the emotion. If I follow this course of action with this emotion, what's I'm going to produce? Half you niggas off because y'all ain't producing shit, but it feel good to sound like you know something. Wake up. This the wake up call. I don't even know. I can't say it no clearer than this. I'm going to go over it again. The nigga on the ground was a Blackamoor. The nigga on his neck was a Tawny Moor. We ain't fucking them. Take it for what it's worth. I'm going to go through and let's see what's in this motherfucking comment section. Where the fuck this shit come from? I can't even. Oh, I know what to do. So I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna look at the comments, see if I got any questions I need to ask. Y'all falling for the same shit that got you in slavery, the same shit that got you under Jim Crow. Y'all falling for the same shit. They give you a couple of things. You a billionaire. A quadrillionaire. You're a quadrillionaire, but you don't know it. So every time you raise a little bit of hell, the motherfucker give you a couple $100,000 and say stay up. They treat you like you a record recording artist on a 24/7 deal, 365 on that motherfucking shit. And you don't see it. Emotions is created, not emotions, jealous emotions. It's created. That shit from the oppressor. And all you go, yep. Look, Wonder Woman is Diana. Diana is Inanna. Inanna is Isis. That's the true guardian of the planet. Now, the newer Wonder Woman got more of her real abilities than the old one. All of those superheroes is y'all history cloaked. Iron Man is a woman. Fe is the chemical code for iron. You do the math. And they got a man in the suit. You do the math. A female. You right, see, so they showed putting these motherfuckers back to sleep with the same trick. We at the Civil War stage again, where everybody run out in the streets up in arms, screaming for blood and vengeance, and don't nobody see what's going on. Then the ones who guilty, they gonna walk away from this shit because y'all gonna think it's somebody else. Yep, we got, Damien, we got this asteroid about to pass us in the next 24 hours. It's going to carry a lot of radiation with it. And it's also going to help pull on the atmosphere as it expands to increase the rate of shoe definite resonance so we can get off this double masculine shoe and men resonance with this homosexual shit. Not that I got anything wrong with gay people. If that's how they was born, that's how they was born, because it's a lot of people that was born that way. Yes, Inanna. Look, everybody y'all be talking about this humans and Caucasians is Neanderthals. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Them motherfuckers came from us. Read African Presses, Early Asia, Iceman Inheritance, and catch up. The Neanderthal wasn't pale-skinned Europeans. That's the first thing y'all got fucked up. The Cro-Magnon wasn't no pale-skinned Europeans. Y'all got that fucked up too. The first sapien, or Homo sapien, wasn't no pale-skinned European. Y'all got that fucked up too. It wasn't until the sapien came along and they created an artificial sapien, a Homo sapien, that was not quite as sapient as the sapien. And y'all ain't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That sounds like a riddle to y'all, so I'm gonna break that shit down to you. The word Homo sapien means thinking man. The Homo sapien is the advancement of the thinking man into a higher thinking man. So they call us the Homo sapiens species as we are now, right? But we behaving like sapiens because we only working with 32 degrees of knowledge. That's the freezing point of water. So what is it doing to your brain if your brain's 70% water, 80% water, whatever the case may be? If your brain is primarily water and you only got 32 degrees of knowledge, your shit froze in place. You can't break past that barrier. You need to develop your 360 so you can develop your 720. Then you can flip that shit on the 1440. Y'all don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about because y'all don't know science at the base level, physics. All this shit you're supposed to know by the time you graduated junior high school. This shit is elementary shit for us as a people. That's why Nigeria was the great brain drain. Offer these, they keep them motherfuckers still all they shit and then keep them in a constant state of oppression. So any motherfucker that learn how to think a little bit, go over there, can make some money and send it home to feed his family. And then he get caught over there. He can't come back now. There's just too much shit that he's tired. They got him too much entwined in. Y'all motherfuckers a motherfucker with y'all shit. At least you seen it, Mob. At least you seen it, because some motherfuckers ain't gonna never see the connection. This ain't got nothing to do with us. They fighting among themselves on who gonna be the one present the contract. Contract expired. Right. So they don't want these people to cut the strings, Tyrone. So what do? They make the people continue to chase their goddamn tail. Yep. So all this radiation and shit, this is where I turn into the fucking hawk on these bitches. Osiris and this bitch. I'm the earthborn child of the stars. I know how I got here. I rode in on a beam of motherfucking light. And then I was asked to come here for this purpose. For sure, Emil. Yep, full moon Friday. That's called the cherry moon. That's why Prince wrote, he did a whole album called Under the Cherry Moon. And I think the New Edition did a similar one, something like Under the something moon. But all that's symbolic of the same shit. Time frame recognition. Look, man, y'all got this European thing mixed all the way up. Every human on this planet got a piece of the DNA of every other lesser species on this planet. The human is the higher known animal species of the planet. You can watch evolution in the womb if you watch fetal development from a goddamn zygote to a cluster to a tadpole, all that shit in there, to a little monkey, to an extraterrestrial gray, all that shit in the womb. Y'all stop thinking that, look, any motherfucker, you cut that motherfucker, he bleed red. Everybody don't bleed red. Some people blood is literally purple, and some people blood is literally blue, and some people blood is literally green. The people with the green blood ain't from here, but they came to help your dumb ass. Most of them came in consciously on a light beam, like I did. When the whole creation was about to take place. I had to draw this shit out in nothingness in order for something to be here, in order to have this shit. That's the job of every one of us. When we get to our own highest form of consciousness, we get to be a solar orb. We get to be a sun, S-U-N. And then we get our own solar system. That's why that you always see stars infinite out there. You'll run out of counting people before you run out of counting stars. Hell, one quadrant.
11:34. We're gonna go over a couple things. When I be telling y'all that they look like us, but they ain't us. We got the enemy within, we got the sellouts, we got traitors. Now, the only way you gonna know who they is you gotta know they modus operandi, as they call it in law, the MO. Method of operation. How do they infiltrate us? What do they do? So you gotta study them motherfuckers like they study you. Right? If you don't study them the same way they study you, you will never know what you really face with and how entrenched in our community it is. So when it look like I call somebody out, I'm calling out one of us, and it look like divide and conquer wins again. But if I pull somebody out, call somebody to the forefront, right, and I say somebody wrong, that's because I already investigated. I already sized them up. I followed the steps they always take, and somebody's feet is fitting in all of the tracks the exact same way as before. But our people believe they somebody other than who they is. It's like they all woke up one day and everybody had amnesia. None of us ain't know that we've been on this motherfucker so long. We done lost our past life memories, most of us, and some of us are gaining them back. But in the course of the struggle, we in an adverse position until we realize what is going on, how it worked, who involved, and what the hell is they doing. Now, they got Orient Daystar blocked on a couple of channels, so he got to pre-record and post. I think that's some bullshit, because it should be like A1, but, censorship of the voices of the righteous is always going to be part of the undermining process of the wicked. So, let me do this so I can make sure I'm seeing the comments clear. It won't let me do it. Oh, there we go. Alright, yeah. So that's better. So this morning started out kind of funny. I woke up about 5 something this morning, and I didn't want to get out the bed because I'm sick of this shit. I'm so fed up with this shit that when I get up in the morning, I only want to look and see that we still going through this dog and pony ass comedy show waiting on us to get our head out our ass. But so I'm laying in the bed and I'm not thinking about nothing. I'm just laid back. In the process, I start checking my messages and things for the day, for the morning, because people send me stuff all through the night because we be in different time zones. To them it'd be like midday, but over here it'd be midnight, or some people would be early night, but over here it'd be late morning. So we got different timetables, but people be sending me stuff all times of day and night, and they be keeping me abreast on what's going on, and when I see the signs, I can flip the signs out and see what's going on. And the thing that caught my attention was a post, and Rashida had asked me about it, but I had noticed it. It said China had blocked 44 planes from coming to America for some COVID shit. And in response, America bumped 44 to China, right? So they playing tit for tat, forth and back and forth, and forth and back. So I'm sitting there looking at these numbers, and I'm seeing China, and seeing represents the Skywalkers, right? While this going on, I'm noticing that the U.S. is the difference between the two flags, right? It's primary colors. China got a primarily red flag. Now America's primarily red and white flag with a blue corner. The blue corner flips a corner with the stars on it, right? So this is a Hollywood flip. So now I know that the Asian dude called Tukey the Crip, and they connected to Skywalkers because they used to have trees over there too, because the same motherfuckers cut all our shit down over here, cut all the trees down in Asia and Africa too, and Australia. That's why it's barren. So all the trees get cut down, but the Skywalkers across genetics, they didn't. It's not about the blood. It's about the right. I mean that in the blood, what can you do with it? How do you use this shit? So I realized that I'm getting a knock from Big Tukey, 44 Blue, which automatically is a knockback for the 44 Red, which is Angel Bay in Chicago. So I'm collecting receipts. I go through all my receipts. They're coming in so fast, I don't have time to do nothing. I'm just going through the receipts. I'm reading the messages, and it came all the way down to a scorpion sting on a future shot off of an Iceman, and the Iceman was all these knocks I kept getting all day from Tukey. Multiple people seen the cryogenics information being disclosed, and now they know that I knew what I was talking about for real, when I said they froze Big Tukey. Arnold Schwarzenegger did it by executive order out in California because he declared Tukey to be the security of the state of California as a border state was an essential security risk. So they couldn't afford to kill him, but they couldn't afford to show weakness to us. So the compromise with the gorilla families is that vanilla gorilla, the Iceman, Mr. Freeze, decided to put a soul on ice so he can wake up a man on fire. Ain't that something? So the man on fire is the man in red, and the man in red ain't dead. And we talking about Chief Malik Angel Bay, king out of El Rookins. One of the baddest motherfuckers y'all neglected for so goddamn long. Y'all could have been free if y'all support any one of these motherfuckers. They could have got y'all up out the shit. But y'all believed that the enemy. And now, this take me to where we going. Big Tukey want me to show y'all pretty much how do these motherfuckers do this shit? How do they get in our communities and infiltrate us. Because most people think that I'm down with the separation in the community, but I'm not. I don't.
The counterweight between the two.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And talk
excited.
to, yeah, yeah. Talk to your
Thank you so
talk.
much.
Yeah, talk to your mama before you go. Say, mama, make sure I do this right. That's all. Just look at her
Okay.
picture. You know, cook your dinner, whatever. Thinking about your mama when you get done, and you're gonna feel a certain calm, and then you be like, mama, make sure I do this right. Your
O-
mama gonna work from the other side, do every fucking thing you need her to do to make sure you do everything right.
Okay.
From picking the date to the clothes you wear to the clothes you dress the baby in to whatever gifts, because you got to always take the elders' gifts. That's the custom. Whatever gifts you take her, your mama gonna tell you what to get. You
Oh.
can't never disconnect from your mama because you connected to her in your heart. That's an eternal link. So
Mhm.
when you start communicating with her, when you start cooking meals and thinking about her as you cook, because that's something that she like to do for her family,
Mhm.
right? She like to feed her kids. You stepping into her shoes, you thinking about her while you fixing a meal, right? So you are embodying her energy while you looking to communicate.
Okay.
You're gonna feel it. You're gonna know what I'm talking about when you feel it. Soon as you feel it, it's gonna click. Oh, this is what he's talking about, right? And in the course of feeling that, when you talking to one of your siblings or something, they gonna say, "You sound just like mama."